Femi, I want to talk about conversion rate optimization failures that we don't normally hear about.
Yeah.
A person with your experience obviously has probably had quite a few of those. So, can you tell us a little bit about some of the things you've failed at?
Yes, I believe failure is the best way to learn. On LinkedIn and on social media, I see a lot of people talking about how much success they have with conversion rate optimization, but people tend to fail to highlight the failures. And the first failure that I've experienced over the years is the failure of conversations with paid advertising. So I've worked with clients earlier on in my career where we just run off and start doing A/B testing without working with paid advertising. And while you're running the test, you're getting traffic from paid search, traffic from different channels. Although there are ways to segment it, but that lack of synergy between Google Ads, paid advertising, and conversion optimization, there's certain things that were changed in the ads that affected the ultimate conversion. So that's one lesson that I like to highlight. And the only way to avoid that lesson or that mistake or that failure is to make sure that you have synergy between conversion optimization and Google Ads. And Google Ads, in some instances, the people doing Google Ads are very, very good at getting traffic to a landing page. Sometimes they don't have that conversion copywriting expertise. They don't have that understanding that the conversion path is not linear. There's something Google calls the messy middle. So people's path to conversion is not always linear. So that's the first failure to have synergy between Google Ads, paid advertising, and your conversion rate optimization A/B testing program. Yeah.
You talk a lot about the synergies and kind of a holistic view of digital in synchronous with ATL, above the line
Yeah.
advertising. Any failures that you can recall?
Yes.
That
With big brands that I've worked with in the past, again, you have the brand team, above the line television ads, and all those campaigns running. And the lack of synergy again between CRO, conversion rate optimization, and those activities will distort people's intent when they land on your tests. For example, if they're running different campaigns, seasonal campaigns, and collaborations, and all those traffic will be pumped to your website. Some of them will come through direct visit, some of them will come even through Google Ads and paid advertising. When they do land, it kind of distorts the test, and then you wonder after you've run the A/B test, why did this test that we're hoping to win does not win? So again, over the years, I've made those mistakes, and I've kind of realized that I need, and every organization that I work with, we need to collaborate and have visibility with the brand team about, okay, what are the campaigns going live, and how can we work with you to optimize, to make sure that there's alignment when it comes to what they see above the line and when they land on those landing page. So I've made those failures in the past, but what I've kind of done currently is kind of to work with those people and request for visibility of those above the line campaigns and understand the creatives before they go out. So that does help you avoid those kind of mistakes. And those failures also help you give feedback to them on what works in terms of the content, and then the hook, the call to action, and all those kind of important above the line optimization opportunities. So that has caused some failures in the past. Then yeah.
And what about brands that have brick and mortar stores as well as digital shop windows?
That's a good one because there's this narrative that everything is digital, but people fail to understand that that experience of, there's some things when you buy online that, for example, perfumes, you can't get that experience over the internet. You need that physical location. And people also fail to understand that store visits, you can't go into a store and not buy anything and walk out, but you can go to a website and leave. So those kind of synergies is important. You need to kind of make sure that you have an understanding of, okay, how can we use online to push people offline to your physical store and get those conversions. But because CRO is measured by A/B tests and those kind of traffic and those that kind of optimization, it doesn't really happen because offline doesn't want to push people online doesn't want to push, so there's that lack of synergy. But ultimately you're both playing for the same team, you're both working for the same goal, which is the profit of the organization. But some organizations that understand that kind of use the website as a tool to push footfall to the physical store location. So those are some of the failures where you just want everything on the website and you just fail to understand that some things you actually have to pass over to the brick and mortar physical store locations. Yeah.
Were there any failures maybe related to branding or product quality or post-purchase
Yes.
attention
Yeah.
to customers that you can talk about?
Those are two important things. The smaller D2C websites, no matter how much money you spend, you need to realize that people don't know you, and the established brands have those brand equity. So on those websites over the years, I've realized that it's easier for people to convert based on those brand equity and those trust that those bigger brands have built over the years. For the smaller brands, you just have to spend more money. And one failure that I've noticed is people just assume that because you have money for Google Ads, it's just going to convert. People don't know you. You don't have that equity when it comes to branding perspective. So your approach to optimization should be different. If you assume that, oh, because we have money, you're going to spend a lot of money and you're not going to get any conversion, because most of the people that land on those landing pages are just hearing about you for the first time. But there's a workaround that where you can actually ramp up and make sure that you emphasize your value proposition. You make sure that on your copy from Google Ads or wherever they're coming from on the landing page, you're able to reinforce those value proposition and remove all those friction points and those doubts that they have in their mind. So it kind of helps them convert. Obviously, you want your website journeys to be really seamless as well.
And what about the post-purchase customer experience?
Yeah, another failure of CRO is just assuming that once people convert, you really don't understand what happened post-purchase experience. Like, the fact that they've bought from you doesn't mean down the line when they're trying to use the product and all those kind of post-nurture activity, we not make them return or have a bad experience and then spread negative word of mouth. The more the bad experience they have and they start spreading negative word of mouth about your brand, it's going to impact on your conversion. And that's why I said when some CRO experts have that tunnel myopic fanatic belief that everything just revolves around A/B testing, that's a failure that still exists in some industry thought leaders. Just A/B testing, very little conversations about the post-purchase, very little conversations about the digital customer experience. That's quite vital. That's a failure. All those failures over the years have kind of helped me understand that is an important, the post-purchase nurture is quite important as well.
And what about some of the macro factors that people don't always take into consideration?
That's a good one, because there's certain things that happen in society, cost of living crisis and all those kind of things that impact people's propensity to buy. Assuming that you're going to create a fancy landing page, A/B test, and everything's going to be hunky-dory doesn't really work. You need to kind of listen and understand that, okay, is this a good time to start testing? The one that kind of bugs me is when CRO thought leaders and experts don't pay attention to the sales cycle. Every product, every industry, every website has a number of time before someone will buy, and that also differs from individual to individual. So assuming that you're going to run a test for 4 weeks and expect everyone to make those decisions within that 4 week span, it's just mind-boggling sometimes. So that's why I always emphasize the digital experience. When you're working with UX, CRM, email marketing, and all those other tactics integrated into your digital experience, that gives you more leverage. So yeah, I have failed a lot over the years in CRO. I've been doing this for many years, over a decade, but I've failed so much that I believe the failures that I've had in conversion rate optimization, I'm able to help clients avoid those failures and help them save costs, increase conversion, and increase their profit margin. So I can't give you all the information you need about how to avoid those failures here, but reach out to me, connect with me on LinkedIn, and we can build a conversion optimization roadmap, digital experience focused one roadmap. Yeah, connect with me and let's talk.